Hello friends, welcome to English Advantage. In this video, we will be discussing sentence improvement for the forthcoming SBI Bank PO and SSC CGL exam. So I have taken very important sentences, all tricky sentences I have taken, and along with these sentences, I will be discussing about the concepts also. So alongside, you can clear your concepts also. So let us get started. Now let us see the first sentence. She cooks food, works on computer, and then doing her homework. Just see here there is a discrepancy. Here the sentence doesn't look normal because the sentence is starting in the present tense. All these verbs are present tense. Cooks and works indicate the present tense. So to maintain the consistency, here it should also be the present tense. So this is the error, and this should be replaced by she cooks food, work on computer, and then does her homework. So this is how we can make the sentence consistent and correct. So this part should be replaced with the does. So now look at these following sentences. Where is the does? Then does her homework. Then does her homework. So this should be the right answer. Then does her homework. This 4 should be the right answer. We have to make the sentence consistent and uniform right from the beginning till end. So this is how we can make this sentence correct. Now let us see the next sentence. If you have money or power, you misuse, and if you don't have it, you wish for it. Now let's just see, just go through the entire sentences, and you will find something missing here. Just see here, you will find something missing here. If you have money or power, you misuse, but you misuse what? So that what should be here. You misuse it, and if you do not have it, you wish for it. So miss is a transitive verb. This miss is a transitive verb, and it should follow subject. So the sentence should be, if you have money or power, you misuse it. So just see in this sentence where the misuse it, you misuse it, and if you don't, this sentence will be the right answer. This second will be the right answer. This when will not come here because there is not end is not here, and so that doesn't make any sense. And this sentence also, you misuse it, and if you can't doesn't make any sense here. So this will be the right answer here. This second will be the right answer here. You misuse it, and if you don't, this will be the right answer. This explanation also I have given here. Misuse is a transitive verb, so it must have an object. So this is how this sentence can be corrected. All tricky and all important sentence I have taken this video. So please listen to this video very carefully till the end. Now let us see the next sentence. My history teacher believed that I would get over my difficult times and get the results that I would be producing before. Now just see in this sentence, the one word is indicating all the things. The one word is before. We use this word before and after. This word before as well as after are used in the past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense. So that is why in this sentence we have to put this had been producing. With had been with continuous tense, we always use ing form of the verb, not. So this will not come. This is incorrect. This had been produced will not come. This had been producing, because with the with all the continuous tense we use ing form of the verb. So that is why this sentence can be corrected. Now let us see the next sentence. Antisocial element should severely punished when they are found out and caught by the police. So in this sentence, just see, if you pay attention, with the should we are using third form of the verb, that is punished. But third form of the verb with should is always used with the should be. This is a case of passive voice. In the passive voice, there is always an agent which does something. There is always an agent by which by whom some work is done. So antisocial element is the object, and punished is the antisocial element is the object of punished. Something is being done on the antisocial elements. Something is being done, or some action is being done on the antisocial element. So this is the passive voice, and the passive voice we have to use should be. We always say should be here. So it should be. It should not be should, but should be severely punished. Antisocial element should be severely punished by whom? By the agent. Now who is the agent here? The judicial body or the government. So that is why in passive voice there is always an agent by which some action is done on the subject. So that is why the correct sentence should be severely punished. This should be the correct sentence, should be severely punished, because this is a case of passive voice. Just see the explanation here. We always use be3 in passive voice. We always use should be in passive voice in place of should. And in the passive voice, there is always an agent by whom some action is done. This is correct. So explanation also you can see, and alongside this these example sentences, you can clear your concepts also, because concepts are more important than the practice. So now let us see the next sentence. I do not mind teaching you extra if you do your homework on time. So this sentence, just see if there is any error in this sentence. Just see in this sentence there is no error, because this mind word is always followed by ing form of the verb. There are certain words which are always followed by ing form of the verb. For example, mind, this word is always used in negative sentences and interrogative sentences. For example, you can say, would you mind closing the door, this way, or I do not mind teaching you extra, I do not mind meeting him, this way you can say. So this word is always followed by ing from the verb. At the same time, this word is used only in negative and interrogative sentences. This word is not used, I mean this mind word is not used in affirmative sentences. This is also a concept. Now this word avoid, this word enjoy, this word practice, this word finish, hate, stop, can't help or can't stop. Can't help is also a phrase, can't help. So these words are always followed by ing form of the verb, or you can say, grammatically speaking, you can say gerund form. And at the same time, all prepositions like in, like into, like of, like before, like after, and on. So these words are also followed by ing form of the verb. This is also a grammatical concept. So concept also you should clear. Now let us see the next sentence. They examined the newborn twins very carefully but failed to detect any difference in them. This sentence seems to look correct, but if you pay close attention to it, just see, we are talking about here twins. We are talking about here twins, and twins means two. Twins means two. So when the two objects are being talked about, we always use between, and more than two, for the more than two object we use among. So here this all explanation I have given here. This explanation I have given here. Between is used for two, among is used for more than two, and amongst before vowel sound like all and us, because this is the vowel sound. This is having the vowel sound. So before these words we use amongst. This amongst we use. So here we are talking about two person. So that is why we have to use between. Now where is the between? Any difference between them? So this will be the answer. This third will be the answer. This will be the correct answer of this question. Okay. So now let us see the next question. If you would have completed the project on time, I would have granted you leave. So this sentence is the case of past condition, past unfulfilled conditions. If the condition, if the result is, if condition doesn't get completed, there is no result. So in these sentences, in these kind of sentences, we use had with would have. There is a had in the conditional part, and conditional part is indicated by this word if. This indicates the conditional part, and we always have had in the conditional part and would have in the result part. After this comma, this is the result part, because this indicates that some results comes if the condition gets fulfilled. So that is why this is the result part and this is the conditional part, and we can always interchange conditional part with the result part. We can always interchange, but the had will always come with this conditional word, that is if. So here you have to say, if you had completed the project on time, I would have granted you leave. So this is how this sentence will be corrected, and this will be the answer. If you had, this will be the correct answer. And in place of this if you had, you can always say had you. Had you also acceptable in place of this. So here I have given this explanation also. You can go through this explanation. Had and would have are used in pair. We can't use either had or would have twice in a sentence. Had is always used in a conditional part, while would have is always used in a result part if indicate the conditional part. So this concept is very much clear, I think. So now let us see the next sentence. Sentence number 8 says, Some people believe that Ranveer's acting is no different from the other actors. Now here we are comparing the Ranveer's acting with other actor, which is wrong. We should compare, when we compare two things, we should compare the things of equal measure or equal level or equal standard. Now here we are comparing the Ranveer's acting with the other actor. We should compare Ranveer's acting with the acting of other actors. So this is how this sentence is wrong, and this can be corrected. How this sentence can be corrected? We should say, some people believe that Ranveer's acting is no different from the acting of other actors. Acting of other actor. This sentence is missing the word acting of, and this sentence is already having acting. So acting, just to avoid the repetition of this word acting, we can say that of. We can put here that of, because the acting is singular. In the case of plural, we have to say those of. So this is how this sentence can be corrected. Now in which part of the sentence there is that of? In this sentence. In this sentence doesn't have that of. This sentence is having that of. No different from that of the other actor. So this will be the right answer. This 4 will be the right answer. Just see the explanation here. You can see the explanation here also. That of and those of are used to avoid the repetition of the word. That of is singular and those of is plural. This is so correct. Just see the next sentence. The result of class 10th R is correct here because this result is plural. So this R is correct here. Better than those of any other class in the school. We are comparing the result of class 10th with the result of any other class in the school. So this sentence is correct and it doesn't require any improvement. So here your answer should be, I haven't written here, but in exam your answer should be 5. That is no correction required. Now let us see the next sentence. Only candidates who are proficient in these kind of skills will be considered for selection. Now just look at this sentence word these. Now these is considered plural and it should be followed by this plural kind. The plural form of this kind will be kinds. So these kinds, the correct sentence should be these kind. Now where is these kind? These kinds of skills. This way. This will be the correct replacement of this incorrect part. So here I have given the explanation also. This is followed by kind, this is followed by kind, and this is followed by kind. You can go through this explanation also. Now let us look at the sentence number 11. If the infrastructure development in India is to be speed up, the government will have to make huge investment. This is true. But let us correct this sentence also. Just see this to be. This to be is a passive voice. This to be is a passive voice, and this is always followed by third form of the verb. And the third form of this speed up is, speeded up. When the speed is used as a phrasal verb, the passive voice or the third form of the verb is always speeded up, not sped. So this will be the right sentence. Is to be speeded up. Is to be speeded up. This is the third form of speed up, and this will be the correct answer. So this second will be the correct answer here. Now let us see the next sentence. It was he, not me, who decided to cancel the party. See, this is a very tricky sentence and it has come multiple times in many competitive exam like Bank PO, like Railway, like SSC. So this is also a concept based question. This is pure grammatical concept. Now with this word, the pronoun is written always in a subjective case because this does not indicate any action. This word was only indicate a state or being. It doesn't indicate any action. Since action is not being done here, so there will not be any object. So that is why this he and this me has to be written in subjective case, not in the objective case, because they are definitely not the object of this word. So this word and this word being the pronoun has to be in the subjective case. Now this word he is already in the subjective case, but this you have to put in a subjective case because this is the objective case. So here you have to write he, not I. He, not I will be the right answer here. This he, not I will be the right answer here. This is also very, very important and very tricky question. Now I have given the explanation also here. Traditional grammar defines the object as an entity that is acted upon by the subject. For instance, I study grammar. So when you say what, the answer of what will be the object. I study grammar. I study what? Grammar is the answer. Ram killed Ravan. Ram killed whom? Ram killed Rama. So Ravan is the object. So in place of see, in term of when we are talking about the things, we say what, or when we are talking about the person, we say whom. So here, if I say I study what, the answer will be grammar. So grammar will be the object. Ram killed Ravan. Ram killed whom? Ram killed Ravan. So here the Ravan will be the object. So this is how the object is. Object is always the answer of question what. So here in the above sentence it was him. There is no action. So that is why these he and me should be written in the subjective case, not in the objective case. I hope you have understood this well. Now let us see the next sentence, number 13. On seeing him walking with difficulty, I asked him for how long he had been ailing. This sentence structure is correct. This sentence pattern is correct because we are talking about here past to past. And with past to past, we have to use this past perfect tense. So past perfect tense is correct here. But mind you one thing, this for and since are not used with this word how long. With this word how long, we do not need these words for and since. They are extra, they are needless, they are superfluous. So the answer would be how long he had been ailing. Here you have to use since, which is wrong. Here you haven't used anything. Here how long he had been ailing for. This for is incorrect here. How long he has been ailing, this has been will not come. So this is the correct answer. How long he had been ailing, because in this sentence there is no since or there is no for. So this will be the correct answer here. We do not need, just see the explanation also, we do not need for and since with how long. Okay, now let us see the next sentence 14. Because of the cutthroat competition in the present time, we expect to study more than our teacher have. We should say we are expected from other people are expecting something from us. So we are the object. So that is why this sentence should be written in passive voice. So here you should say we are expected because somebody is expecting from us. We have to study and somebody is expecting from us. So we are the object. So here you have to say we are expected to study more than our teacher. Now you should not say have, you should say did, because the teacher studied in the past. They are not supposed to study in the present. They have already studied in the past. They are supposed to teach. They are not supposed to study. So that is why the appropriate word would be here is did. This did would be the appropriate word here, not have. Have doesn't indicate that much sense. Are expected, first thing the are will come, and the second thing the did will come here. This did. So this is how this sentence can be corrected. This is the correct sentence pattern here. This is the correct sentence pattern here. Are expected to study more than our teachers did. This will be the correct sentences grammatically speaking. So now let us see the next sentence. On the mountains, the higher you go, the colder you feel. This is how the sentence should be. Because at both the places in this kind of sentences, the higher you go, the colder you feel. At both the places, at both the clauses, we have to use the comparative degree. And at the same time, in both the places, we have to use this the. You cannot remove any of the. Then sentence will be wrong. The higher, this comparative degree, the is there, and this should be colder. So the higher you go, the colder you feel. The colder you feel. So this will be the correct answer. This will be the correct answer here. This is also very common and very important. It has come multiple times in many comparative exams. This is also very important sentence. Now let us see the next sentence. Let's go to the beach and have some fun. Don't be. Now this is the case of question tag. In the question tag, if the statement is affirmative, this is the concept. If the statement, this is the statement, and this is the question tag. If the statement is affirmative, this question tag will be negative. If the statement is negative, the question tag will be affirmative. This is the basic concept. And in the question tag, we always use helping verb followed by subject. Helping verb followed by subject. And if the sentence is affirmative, we also use not. followed by subject. So in this kind of sentences, this is a kind of exception. Let's go to the beach and have some fun. Here we are giving the suggestion. So in the case of suggestion, we always say the question tag is always shall be, because shall be also indicate the suggestion. So this shall be will be the right answer. So in all kind of let's go sentences, the question tag will be shall be. Now let us see the next sentence. The bill is on the goods. The bill on the goods and services tax is being examined by a committee. Is it? This is also a case of question tag. But remember one thing I just told you, that if the sentence, if the statement is affirmative, this is affirmative sentence, the question tag has to be negative. This is affirmative sentence, but this is not negative. You have to make it negative. So this should be not is it, but isn't it. This should be the right answer. This isn't it should be the right answers, because the sentence is in affirmative. Now let us see the next sentence. Finding fault with others is the business of those who are nothing else to do. This is true, but it should be they have nothing to do. They have no work to do. They have no works to do. So that is why here we should say who have nothing to do. Who are nothing to do doesn't make any sense. We should say who have nothing to do. Who have nothing else to do. So this should be this third should be the right answer. Who have nothing else to do. This is also a very tricky question, and it has come multiple times in many competitive exams. This is a concept based question. All concept based question will come in competitive exam. All concept. They check your concepts. Now let us see the next sentence. Can you tell me where does your friend live? This is also very important sentence. Just see, this is the main clause and this is the subordinate clause. What is the main clause? Main clause can work independently. Main clause can stand independently. But this subordinate clause, which start with where, cannot stand independently. If I say where does your friend live, it doesn't make any sense. So that is why this is the main clause and this is the subordinate clause. Now subordinate clause is always written in affirmative. Subordinate clause is always written in affirmative. So this should be where your friend lives, because this is not a question. This is not a question, but this is a subordinate clause, and subordinate clause is always written in affirmative. So you should say where your friend lives. Where your friend lives. Now this is you can also understand like this thing, that this is not a question. This is a part of the main sentence. Now this is not a question, but the part of the main sentence, and this part has to be written in affirmative. So that is why you have to say where your friend lives. You can say like this, where does your friend live, but with the main clause you have to say like this, where your friend lives. Now let us see the next sentence. This milk has got funny. This is funny, actually this is incorrect. This milk has got funny taste. It can have gone sour. Okay, so here we are telling about the probability. We are talking about the probability, and for probability this word, this auxiliary is not used. For the probability we have to use may and could. To indicate probability we use auxiliaries may and can. May and could are used for indicating probability. May and could. So here the answer would be may have gone sour. Okay, so this is how this sentence can be corrected. Now let us see the next sentence. Your complaint must be made through proper channel. Okay, so in this sentence we have used this phrase through proper channel, but the right phrase is through the proper channels. This is the right phrase, through the proper channels. So answer would be 1. Answer would be 1 here. So this is how you can correct these sentences. All important sentences I have included in this video tutorial, and this is very important for forthcoming exam, whether it's SSC or whether it's Bank PO exam. This is very, very important. So that's it, students. If you have found this video useful, please like it, share it with your friends, and give me your comments so that I can understand how did you like it. And if you are the first timers, do not forget to subscribe. Please do subscribe and join us for the success. We wish you all the best for your bright future. Thank you.